Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. Right now as we speak, one of the strong friend and ally of Yes on Wike have decided to speak up. This has been something he has been doing at the background, trying to appease both parties, but as it is, he's saying the way it is. And one of such things, he had said to speak on the post 30th of October 2023 and the pre 30th October 2023 that led to the situation we are in. And he also leveraged his standpoint on the December 13th, 2023 that took place also in Rivers State House of Assembly. And the fact that the National Legislative arm did not rise up to the occasion. He also didn't spare Fubara, but here is the truth, the way it is being said in our Nigerian constitution. Let's dive into the interview to find out, and I can tell you for free, there is a very strong ally and friend of Wike. Wike will definitely not like Honorable Igbini Emmanuel, who is a former governorship candidate of the People's Redemption Party in Delta State. In an interview, he said, "You have been insisting that Governor Fubara did not commit any gross misconduct to warrant attempts by Honorable Martin Emefiele-led members of the Rivers State House of Assembly to remove him from office. Do you still hold this position, given recent judgment delivered by the Court of Appeal and the Federal High Court declaring some of the actions and decisions of the governor as unconstitutional, disregard for rule of law and gross misconduct?" This is what he has got to say. He said, "I can't give you a straight answer because there are two faces to this matter. What I call the pre-October, that's pre-October 30th, 2023, and the post-October 30th, 2023, regarding the pre-October 30th, 2023 phase. Yes, I still maintain that by objective interpretation of the letters and the spirit of 1999 Nigerian Constitution as altered, my dear brother, Governor Fubara did not commit any gross misconduct, and therefore the reported attempt by my beloved brother, former Governor Wike, to use Honorable Martin Emefiele and to desist other legislators of the Rivers State House of Assembly to remove the governor from office was terribly wrong. It was the height of misuse of constitutional power of the legislature of Rivers State, and for that reason, I have remained very firm in strongly condemning it. It was a tragic mistake made by Wike, which he deeply regrets till today. I can't tell you this for free. He wished he never did. He did not expect the swift reaction he got from Governor Fubara. It is important that I lay this foundation because every decision made and action taken by Governor Fubara after this failed plot to remove him on October 30th of last year are in self-defense and desperate for his survival in office. Not even Wike himself stood by and allowed similar attempts to remove him from office when he was governor. My brother, former Governor Rotimi Amechi, also came under similar attack and had to fight back in self-defense. So sadly, in self-defense, some decisions are made and actions that appear to be unlawful and unconstitutional are taken. Very unguarded utterances are made that directly attack the dignity and integrity of honorable justices of our court, because some justices of our court allow themselves to be easily procured by Nigerian politicians desperate for political power, and in the process, these justices desecrate our nation's referred judiciary and almost destroy it as the hope of the survival of our narcissist democracy. I am happy that the Nigerian Judicial Council, that's NJC, recently punished some of these justices whose actions brought shame to the judiciary. This is exactly the case of the post-October 30th, 2023 in Rivers State, which formed the basis of the judgment of the Court of Appeal and the Federal High Court against Governor Fubara. At this point, I want to sincerely apologize to the honorable justices of our court who rightly felt so badly hurt by some outbursts by Governor Fubara when some few judicial decisions were taken that he felt were unjust. To err is human, they should please forgive him. And now to answer your question directly. Yes, some decisions made and actions taken by Governor Fubara post-October 30th, 2023 are clearly against the rule of law. Some laws of Rivers State and the 1999 Nigerian Constitution as altered. To this extent, I agree with some aspects of the judgment of these courts against him. God will bear me witness that I had long time before this judgment were delivered privately advised my dear brother Governor Fubara against some of his decisions and actions, but under severe pressure and influence he chose to ignore mine and accepted those offered him by respected senior lawyers like Mr. Femi Falana, senior advocate of Nigeria SAN, and also some politicians and retired justices of our court who hail from Rivers State. But let me add that I also do not agree with some aspects of this judgment of court against him. With due respect, I hold that our justices still fuming with anger against some of Governor Fubara's advice against some decisions of court decided to find reasons to indict him. This also confirms my earlier point that we are all human and born to err. Now, let's be specific. Let's start with the judgment of Federal High Court, where on October 30th, 2024, Justice Joyce Abdul Malik ordered that access should not be granted Governor Fubara to the state consolidated funds because he refused to present the 2024 budget to Honorable Martin Emeohile-led Rivers State House of Assembly. Do you agree with this? This is what he has to say. No, I respectfully don't completely agree with this order because the respected Justice Abdul Malik did not consider critical aspects of what transpired that led to the refusal of the governor presenting the 2024 appropriation bill to Honorable Martin Emeohile and the 26 other legislators who remain loyal to and doing the bidding of former Governor Wike. The judgment only focused on the literal interpretation of Section 120, 121, and 122, particularly Section 121, subsection 1 of the 1999 Nigerian Constitution as altered, which makes it mandatory that under normal circumstances, where there is no pending legal dispute before competent court of law, as to the leadership and membership of the State House of Assembly and or factionalization of the legislature, as was the case of Rivers State before the December 13th, 2023, the governor shall cause to be prepared and laid before the House of Assembly at any time before the commencement of each financial year estimates of the revenues and expenditure of the state for the next following financial year. While Section 120 and 122 say no money shall be withdrawn from the Consolidated Revenue Fund of the state and spent without authorization by a law of the House of Assembly of Rivers State. In my candid opinion, the main and critical question that should have been asked by the court are whether as at December 13th, 2023, when Governor Fubara refused to present the 2024 appropriation bill to Martin Emeohile-led faction, if there were already suits filed by faction led by Martin Emeohile and another by Honorable Edison he-led faction before the Federal High Court and Rivers State High Court respectively. Was there serious infighting and division among the 31 members of the Rivers State House of Assembly as a result of the failed impeachment plot against Governor Fubara on October 30, 2023 by Martin Emeohile-led faction? Is it true that on December 11, 2023, Martin Emeohile-led faction exposed themselves to a valid litigation against their continued existence as valid members of the legislature when on their own violation and acting on the order of Wike publicly announced that they have defected from PDP to APC, thereby triggering public calls for invocation of Section 109, subsection 1G of the 1999 Nigerian Constitution as altered for them to immediately vacate their seat? Were there no conflicting orders of court of coordinate jurisdiction issued in favor of both factions of the House of Assembly? Would anyone or any of the justices in the shoes of Governor Fubara agree to submit himself to Martin Emeohile-led faction? Would anyone who sincerely wants to be fair and sincere in interpreting the Nigerian Constitution and do justice deny the fact that before December 13, 2023, the Rivers State House of Assembly was manifestly unable to perform its constitutional function of making laws for peace, order, and good governance of Rivers State as Section 4 of 1999 Constitution as altered mandated to do? Those are pertinent, strong questions he asks. Then again, is it true that all the so-called laws made so far by Martin Emeohile-led faction after October 30, 2023 are targeted at frustrating the effort of Governor Fubara from consolidating on the good works of Wike and taking Rivers State to a higher positive level, given the undisputed fact that Rivers State House of Assembly was and is still unable to perform its constitutional function of making laws for the general peace, order, and good governance of Rivers State, why didn't this court, in arriving at their decision against Governor Fubara, not query and strongly condemn the National Assembly for refusing to invoke the provision of Section 11, subsection 4 of the 1999 Nigerian Constitution as altered to take over the legislative function of Rivers State House of Assembly pending the time the Supreme Court finally resolves the legal dispute as to whether Martin Emefiele-led faction are still members of the State House of Assembly effective December 11, 2023. Did the National Assembly take over the function and requested Governor Fubara to present the 2024 appropriation bill before it for consideration and approval, but he refused to do so? Why did Martin Emefiele-led faction file a suit seeking the Federal High Court to prevent and stop the National Assembly from taking over the legislative function of the Rivers State House of Assembly? Why did the Federal High Court and Court of Appeal not recognize the fact that it is settled law that no court has power to stop legislative arm of government from performing its constitutional functions? This is why I very strongly disagree with the judgment of the two courts. The justices can't put something on nothing and expect it to stand. In this case, they can't condemn Governor Fubara, as they did when the National Assembly refused to present itself to the governor as the interim legislature of Rivers State, to whom he must present the 2024 appropriation bill and other requests the state legislative must consider and approve. Are you therefore supporting? They asked him, are you therefore supporting the decision of Governor Fubara to present the 2024 budget to a 4-member House of Assembly? This is his final answer. No, I never did, and I will never do so. Never. I've said this over and over again in my previous interviews. I granted. God forbid the day such is allowed in any state of our country. I was the same person who persistently advised Governor Fubara against presenting the 2024 appropriation bill to Honorable Edison-led faction because it would amount to not only violating the Nigerian Constitution but making mockery of constitutional democracy and the governance of Rivers State. I would be childish and ridiculous. I was so ashamed watching the video of Governor Fubara going before Honorable Edison to present the 2024 appropriation bill and also have his nominees for appointment as commissioners and appear before Edison for screening and confirmation. The worst case is the senior advocate of Nigeria, who also accepted to appear before Honorable Edison for screening and confirmation as Attorney General and Commissioner of Justice. All right, a lot he said, but for want of time, you've heard it all. He literally lambasted Wike, his good friend, but he also didn't spare Fubara. What's your take? He didn't take side. He said it the way it is, which means that the truth be told, Fubara have not erred in doing what if the justices had taken into consideration everything that transpired before the 13th of December and the 30th of October 2023. Now, on that basis, Fubara acted, and no one should blame Fubara for presenting all his appropriation bill and appointment for the 4-man committee that was inaugurated by Edison, of which eventually Edison became the chief of staff, and of course